Alright, good evening class. We're here today to discuss what we would do if we had superpowers or be a superhero. So I thought of a lot of ideas over the weeks about what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, how I would use it. So my first one was to read people's minds, because I always think, would it be cool to read someone's mind, know what they're thinking at all times. But then I thought that would get old after a while. That would really defeat the purpose of life, sort of. Not knowing what's ahead. If you read someone's mind, that would be kind of, it just wouldn't make any sense. But then I thought of superheroes of today, because we all know superheroes, they're fake. They're not real. There's no real Superman. There'll never be someone that can fly. That's impossible. So I just thought of a superhero kind of today. It's not what I picked, but it's just something that I picked up on the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you heard about the devastation in Chile about the miners. They got trapped. I believe it was on August 4th they got trapped. And about 2 days ago, I think, was the first time they actually got rescued. Now, and I thought to myself, what's their superhero? It's not Superman, it's not Batman, it's not Captain America, it's not, any of those. It's the person that brought them up in that small little tube that saved their life. That's their superhero. That's what they look up to. That's their life right there. If they didn't help them, they would not be here. So that was just a superhero of today that I thought would kind of be beneficial. But for my superpower that I picked, it's not like really flashy or anything, but it's I would want to teleport. Teleportation would be something that I thought would be very interesting, even in today's life. I always like to travel, so the first thing I would do is I would travel. It would be a great way to travel. If I could be my own superhero and pick my own, superpowers, it would just snap my fingers, and I would be where I wanted to be. I would just say, please bring me to California. Snap my fingers, I'm there. It would save a lot of money too if you think about it. You save money on gas from traveling. You can save money on the airplane. And the great thing about it is that you can take people with you, which is kind of interesting. I kind of thought of if I had someone right here and they were holding my hand and I snapped my fingers and they were, conjoined with me, then they would follow me to the same place I was going. I thought that was kind of interesting that I thought of. You can bring as many people as you want. You have a line outside this door and I could snap my fingers and we'd all up in the same place. So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Another reason why I thought of teleportation is that I've always thought of things in the past that I've missed. So I thought, hey, why can't I teleport to the past? So one of the big things I did was think of stuff in the past that I wish I was there for, that I wasn't alive for, that I missed. So I kind of thought of, like when they signed the Declaration of Independence, that would be cool if I snapped my fingers, I teleported to where they were doing all that kind of signing the Declaration of Independence. And the cool thing about it is that you would be invisible the whole time, so it wouldn't be, awkward to see me dressed up like this, and back then they would be all in colonial times, dressed up differently. I would be invisible to them. So I thought that was kind of interesting. You see that in movies a lot too, where, they flash back to the past, and, they live their lives like, you can't even see them. So another thing I thought of is, sporting events. I'm a huge sports guy, so I thought of, teleporting to when the Boston Red Sox won their first World Series back in, I think it was like 1919 or something like that, way back then. Just the great days of the Boston Celtics when they had Larry Bird and all the great players there, how cool it would be to flash back to that time. So really my superpowers isn't, saving the world, doing like what Batman does, saving innocent people from crime. My more focus is on just kind of, what my superpower would be if it was just me, because I would be the only one that had it. And I wouldn't really look different from anyone else. I would kind of be, sitting in the corner of a classroom, and having a superpower that no one will even know about. So I always thought, time travel would never get old. I mean, there's always places to go. I would always like to visit, as many countries as possible. I can think of at least 100 places right now where I would go. And basically, you don't have to, wait for a lot of stuff too. You don't need a car. Don't need to get on a plane. There's a lot of benefits to it too. So, basically, in conclusion, I think that having the ability to teleport would be a great way to have a superpower and not be considered a superhero, but a superhero for yourself. And thank you for your time.